international treaty examination of the WTO Joint Initiative on Services Domestic Regulation. Tracy?
I'm Tracy. It's my obligation as non-resident settler to read your rights of know your obligations, debts, liabilities and duties pursuant to the Public Trust Act. And what I put into the submissions is, because it's a criminal breach of trust, because no one understands what you've written, and also because it's non-factum. So you've written your International Treaty of Examination of the World Trade Organization Joint Initiative on Services Domestic Regulation, which I had no understanding of. So what I wrote in my submission was, I wish for interpretation of your legal documents. I don't understand the language you are using. It's nonsensical or fictitious. I wish to know, by whose authority are you acting on? I also have where our constitution and our Inland Air Water Council as Indigenous peoples, we are, part of our constitution is the United Nations Declaration for Indigenous Peoples, of which we are forbidden to do harm. And the redress is as the Indigenous peoples requests. We'd like a redress, which would be audits, IRS transcripts, knowing what your public liability insurance is. Simple things, because nobody actually understands what you people are saying, and you are the agents and fiduciaries. You are accountable. Are you not accountable for your decisions?
Yes.
You are, yes. So if there's any harm done to our peoples, and we refer to them at this stage because of the United Nations Declaration, as Indigenous peoples. So if there's any harm done to any Indigenous peoples on their lands, of which you can't force anyone off their lands, it's in that declaration. And at the moment, it's now week 4 in Geneva for consideration. New Zealand government service providers have breached this declaration. They've forced people on their lands with New Zealand police as armed police on individuals. The acceptance of a mandate to remove foods from our lands by MPI, EPA, DOC, it's very serious. So you're accountable. So, I would like to be able to have your public liability insurance sent. So I'd like to have the details of that, so people can make claims if they lose anything from any of their decisions.
All right, are there any questions or comments from the Select Committee of Tracy?
No sensible ones.
No sensible ones, sorry?
I don't have any.
You don't have any, but do you have any answers? Because this is serious. You're making decisions. You've lost, if you look at the last 2 years, your businesses that are lost, and you are supposed to fully compensate the businesses that have lost all their income, all their sources. You're supposed to make sure there's proper food on their tables. This contract that you're doing, this treaty, all I see is that you're accepting rubbish dumping, more toxins to be dumped because it's just a waste.
I guess I do actually have a question.
Yeah.
So this is before us and New Zealand Parliament decide what parts of it enter into law, and Parliament will have to change laws and act laws for that to happen. So none of this is what is before us today. We're considering has entered into law in New Zealand yet. Are you worried that what you've said has happened more will happen, or that this will make it better?
I'm concerned because I don't even understand your title, and I've read what it is, and I'm thinking, are we just becoming a bigger rubbish dump? Because remember, when you're doing a trade, it's of food or products, right? So what you're doing is you're trading something that nobody knows what it is, and you're not accountable for it.
Sorry, in this case, it could be a trade and service. It could be 2 architects trading with each other, one in another country jurisdiction, one in New Zealand, and the ability for that architect to produce things under the New Zealand standards as decided by Parliament.
But New Zealand standards are very, very low. You just have to look at your court cases. There's no need for standard of evidence presented by a lawyer. I mean, who's writing these documents? Are they written in legalese? Who are the lobbyists behind the people that are writing these documents and signing them? Because just reading the title doesn't say anything. It's nonsensical. These are very serious issues. You're professionals at what you're doing, but you're not saying what you're actually doing. You're saying services. And in the declaration, we have the right to do our own trade within our own people all over the world. We don't need New Zealand to decide what we want to do.
Tracy, our time is up for the morning. Thank you so much for giving us your submission in writing, as well as giving us your submission verbally via Zoom. I wish you a very good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.